Hello. We are nearly finished our folios. I'm going to be working on a bit of both of these today. The giveaway one I'm going to pop aside for a moment because I'm going to show you, just move my coffee. I'm going to show you first of all, I've just decorated the front of this, done a little bit. I'll show you all those bits in a flip through in a bit. The first thing I want to do is the closure on here on this outside piece, and all I need, you can use your own, you don't have to use, sorry, just try and cover my bangle up a bit, you don't have to use Tim Holtz ephemera, but I am, just for convenience. You can use printables if you have any, and I've got a little brad or a little split pin, depending on where you are and what you call them. Now just going to move that aside, ink these, got my little ink stand here, very quickly ink these. Actually, I'm not worried about inking this one for a minute. I've got the good old Amazon cardstock, my glue. This top piece I need to be quite sturdy, so I'm just going to glue this to a piece of cardstock. You can use any type of card. I have a whole heap of Amazon packaging that I'm going to use up eventually, hopefully, possibly. It's very dull here, but very warm. They've been threatening a thunderstorm for a while, but nothing has occurred yet. Now I'm gonna ink this up. I think I need to do a little bit of a refill on my ink. It's gonna be nice and sturdy now. Actually, I'm just gonna do that edge a little bit darker. We are on the home straight. We are almost there. Now, just use my this is going to tuck in slightly, and that needs to overlap. Just going to line that up. Take my pokey tool, and I'm going to actually put the K there. I'm going to just use that K as a little guide to where I want to put my hole. Put the 2 holes in. I want to go through a little way because I want to make sure there's enough room for my brad to turn. Those in, close up that split pin and make sure that can move freely. I've got my surgical tape and my glue. The first thing I'm going to do is just make sure that split pin is, you don't have to do this step, but I like to be absolutely sure I'm nice and secure. I'm just going to take a little bit of tape, cover that. I'm going to push it down from underneath. So that's really nice and flat. I'm going to bring this back in. I'm going to glue the entire back of this, and then I'm just going to slide that in. And then again, just burnish that down so I know it's nice and secure. And then we've got our little spinning closure, and that's just going to be good enough to stop that flapping about, and then that's going to close over the top anyway. So that's the closure done for this. I'm going to decorate this one off camera. I'm going to go back to the giveaway journal, and I've just got a whole heap of ephemera pieces, and I'm just going to decide what I'm going to add and where. I'm not going to go over the top. As we know, this particular book is pretty full, and there's not a lot of scope. However, I've got a little bit of room here, so I'm going to ink this piece here. I'm going to leave this. This is a piece of quite cool ephemera. I'm just going to fold that the opposite way so that can at least look pretty in that pocket. What else do I have? Just going to see if I can get away with putting another tag in there. There's nothing in here. In here we have a few vintage book pages, and obviously none of these are stuck, so it can all be removed. And then we have our pad of note paper. I've got a couple of things in here, another piece of vintage ephemera. Right, I think that's probably all we're going to get in there. Now I'm going to use just some sari, I think, to close this. I've been asked a lot why I used the twine instead of elastic on this one, and the simple reason is it looks better. We've got the cloth spine, and I just think that looks really nice. I love the elastic, it's practical, but it doesn't look quite as subtle and as pretty as the twine. So this is going to be, let's have a look, what can we put on the back here? It needs a little something, just to give that a little, I don't know if it should be anything too, that's quite cool there. And what I'll do is I'll glue 3 sides of this. That side, or that side, I think. And again, we could pop a little T card in there. So that's done. That's done. I will, at the end, I'm going to do a flip through, but I will add a few things that I've made to go with this journal. Let's have a look. What have we got? I'm going to add, I wonder if that would go in there somewhere. maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's still good. That's still good. So let's see if we can push our luck a little bit further. Okay, that's quite cool because it's got the red again. That doesn't fit in there, does it? Nope. Nope, it doesn't. Maybe that should go in there. Oh, I'll tell you what I have got. I've got this absolutely fabulous piece of writing paper with pressed flowers in there. I'm back. Technical issues galore. The current issue is the microphone's not working, so I'm filming without a microphone. I'm going to try and talk as loud as I can without sounding like I'm shouting at you. I'm really sorry. I've filmed the both of the folios, however, it's all been a bit of a mess, so I know there's bits missing from me decorating. So the giveaway, I'm going to just quickly tell you the rules. I'm going to draw on Sunday the 19th of September. That's next Sunday, 2021. 2021? Yes, 2021. You need to have made sure you have commented on videos part 1 to 5. I'm not going to be selecting a comment from this video. It's going to be from the previous parts. I'm going to pick a video and select a comment at random from one of those parts 1 to 5. You must be over 18. You need to be a subby. You need to have left your comment and you need to have liked the video. So those are the rules for the giveaway. It's international. I will ship it to wherever you are. I've got a little pack of stamps in here now. I've pulled these straight out of a vintage album, a stamp album, so I don't know what's in there, but there's some stamps. And there's a little vintage butterfly tea card in the front cover. It's closed with, well, it was closed with sari silk. We've got the notepad here. There's a little tuck spot there. There's a pocket there. I'll show you. Pocket there, nothing in it, and a tuck spot there. We've got a card in here and that page in there. There's also some vintage ephemera in that pocket. So that's the front. There's a pocket here. Here there's a little journaling card and another piece of vintage ephemera. In here we've got a tag. There's a little tuck spot there and a little journaling card there. There's also a little tea card there. We've got that gorgeous piece of vintage writing paper there. Another tag, vintage ephemera, and an envelope that I've decorated there. In this little notebook there are some vintage book pages. It's not very full because there wasn't a lot of room. So that is the folio. Now I'm going to show you, this was all tied up very neatly. I've just popped some vintage paper on there just so it looks pretty. I'm going to show you what's in the ephemera set that comes with the giveaway. So there is some vintage ephemera. This is all original. I'm not going to go into detail of this, but there are lots of bits and pieces of vintage ephemera, a couple of vintage envelopes. This is all in, well, this was all in the envelope here. So there's a flash card, an original flash card, some vintage index cards, Rolodex cards, sorry. There's some really nice writing on the back of that, some vintage postcards, these gorgeous Portuguese vintage envelopes. Absolutely love them. I can't remember what the name of them is. It's there, if you can see that. Little vintage card, portrait postcard, bingo ticket, another miniature vintage postcard, a couple of these little vintage French flashcards, and 2 original French tickets. And then there is some tags. That one I absolutely love, and a mixed media tag. So they are all with the giveaway. Like I said, ends on Sunday. Make sure you have your comment in by Saturday, so you are entered. I'm not sure what time on Sunday I'm going to do the draw, but it will probably be in the morning. This is the other folio. I've got a little dangle on there now with some beads and charms and a vintage key. This will be in my Etsy shop either later today or tomorrow. I'm not sure when, because I'll be honest with you, racing is on this afternoon. It's a sprint qualifying and I have to be in front of the telly. So there's, again, vintage tea cards and some vintage tickets. They're originals. It's closed with some sari silk. Well, it was closed with some sari silk. Little notebook, got an index clip. Gorgeous. I love, that's one of my favourite pictures. There's a little pocket in here with a vintage Rolodex card, and these are all vintage pages from notebooks and things that I have. I've got a whole page of those receipts, a whole book of those receipts, vintage diary pages. So that is there. I did have a clip on that. I don't know why I took it off. So this is the front. So in here, there's some vintage ephemera and a gorgeous Language of Flowers postcard ephemera there. There's a little tuck spot there with a vintage postcard. In here there is a tag that I've made with some pressed flowers. And here I thought this would go well because it's quite flat, but it's some of the Tim Holtz papers. It's just a little tag with pockets on. It just kind of worked really well with this book. And then in here we've got a couple of more vintage pieces of ephemera. These are all originals, by the way. So then on the inside, got a little magnetic closure here. I did put, I had a bit of an issue with this all being upside down. So got another frame with an image, bit of flower, a little vintage receipt here. More vintage, vintage things I'm going to throw at you. Tea cards and a few more vintage tickets. In here we have my favourite. I've been hoarding this vintage envelope. I have been hoarding it for I can't tell you how long. So that's in there. There's another little vintage piece. And then we have some vintage Rolodex cards. In here we have 3 of those gorgeous Portuguese vintage envelopes with the lining. They just, can you hear? They feel and sound so nice. So that's that. Then we have in here one of my little hangy tags. Haven't made them for a while, but that was from a little while ago with the tag fabrication kit that I made with the lovely Andrea at Artie Maze. So we've got some vintage ephemera. This is really cool. It's a piece. It's a mark slip for somebody taking a ballroom dancing exam, and a flashcard. In here we've got a vintage postcard portrait. Absolutely love the shape of this postcard. Vintage postcard, love it. Bingo ticket and a couple of little French English flashcards. We've got a lovely piece of vintage ephemera from a hotel, a journaling card, another little receipt, and I don't know what that is, but it's French and it's absolutely beautiful. Some kind of ticket. In here there is another vintage piece of ephemera, a vintage envelope. Not sure how old this is. 1976, but there's some gorgeous writing and stamps on there. And then one of my mixed media tags. And there's still plenty of room to add more. So that is that, and this, like I said, will be in my Etsy shop either later today if I can get the listing done, or tomorrow morning UK time. This will be in my Etsy shop either later today or tomorrow morning, depending on time, and the giveaway will end on Saturday, so I will be drawing on Sunday. What I would like, if you could let me know in the comments if you like this kind of process where I just do something from start to finish and we see how it goes together, or if you would prefer I just worked on final pieces once I've done all my practice off camera. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see. I've really enjoyed doing this. It has taken me a full week of filming and editing and making, but I've had such a lot of fun. So I'd like to know what you think. Don't forget, the draw will not be made on this video. It will be made on previous parts. That's it. Thank you for putting up with my errors and redos, and I will see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.